beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is a little bonus reading for the hybrid solar eclipse. It is actually one of the most rarest eclipses and it occurs on the 20th of April. Now that's when the sun, the moon and the earth will align to create that total hybrid solar eclipse, and of course it is the rarest one of all. It's often called the Ningaloo eclipse, which is an Aboriginal word describing elevated ground or land. And incidentally, Ningaloo Coast in Australia, especially Exmouth Peninsula, is the best place to view it. However, spiritually, this is a perfect time for you to align with your higher self and access higher frequencies for manifesting and for healing. Now, you may notice subtle changes in your emotions during this time, feeling extra sensitive. Pets and wild animals also feel the shift of energy as the eclipse moves forward. So you may notice that they are out of sorts too. It has been observed, incidentally, that spiders, certain spiders, they actually dismantle their webs during a solar eclipse and then rebuild them once the eclipse passes. So it's actually notable that we are all affected by these events on a spiritual and energetic level, very subtle level. Now, I'm just going to go get some cards and see how it's going to affect you. The alignment of the Earth, Sun, and the Moon actually represents a very powerful time of healing, as well as dissolving differences and coming together as one, as well as activating our pineal gland for collective awakening. So this is a perfect time to manifest, to open your third eye there. Now, it does offer major inspiration to overcome any obstacles, but it can also drain your energy and leave your moods fluctuating. So just be a little bit more mindful of your energy and how you give it out during this time. The new moon actually shifts into Aries during this time, putting your goals into tangible practice at the forefront. It's also time for making a significant goal-setting list, shall we say. Whatever it is you decide that you want to achieve during this time, you're given an extra boost to make it happen, to get it done. Now, it also aligns with Pluto, so you may feel compelled to detox and transform areas of your life from the inside out. So if you suddenly decided, you know what, you want to get on a health kick, or you're implementing new exercise routines, or looking at sleeping patterns, some of you may actually think about decluttering your home space during this time as well, or just generally decluttering your life. Also, it is a time for second chances, because we do, of course, have a second lunation in Aries. So it's really about you having an opportunity in love again. If you feel like you've lost out the first time, second time, third time, there's an opportunity for you to reconnect to love, or even to projects or opportunities, or just reconnect to parts of yourself that you feel you've been disconnected from for quite some time. Now, the sun also moves into Taurus, so things start to get a little bit slower in a very positive way. So pay close attention to your immune systems and to, because this time period is very heightened for allergies and for seasonal colds, just as we shift seasons, just so you're aware. But of course, Taurus is all about finances, so you may be a little bit more focused on your money at this time, your acquisitions, but it's also about luxury, building a life of luxury and opening yourself up to lots of abundance. Now, Nobody likes to hear this, but Mercury retrogrades in the sign of Taurus on the 21st of April, and that's until the 14th of May. So we may see miscommunications in the financial sector, as well as changes of currency and alliances during this time. We've already started to see that process happening. You can actually feel the energetic shift when Mercury is retrograding at least 2 to 3 weeks before it actually happens. So you're already seeing those alignments in real time. With coalitions happening financially at the moment around the world. Now, it is a great time for you to check in with your budget, to create, a stricter budget, shall we say, for yourself. Of course, living within your means, but at the same time, it's good to look at protecting your assets should there ever be a financial fluctuation, making sure that, of course, your finances are not housed in institutions that are linked. Otherwise, you would not be insured for the full amount. So it's just worth looking at that. Now, also, I want you to be aware that when we move into Taurus, it's a very slow energy, and we've got Mercury retrograding. It's actually a really great time to take a step back and look at your path. So Mercury retrograding isn't always bad. It isn't always negative. It can impact technical devices. You may notice that emails get sent to the spam folder, especially if they're really important, so look out for that. Or there may be delays in the postal system. You may even find that a package goes missing during this time, or there's a miscommunication or misunderstanding, so just watch out for that. Now, I'm picking up this energy before I even move forward. It is worth noting, and I will mention it now for all signs because it is a very strong energy that I've got coming through. Because we have heightened energy during a solar eclipse, especially a hybrid one, tidal forces tend to be strongest, which means these changes can act out a seismic event, like an earthquake, that sort of thing. So just watch out for that, especially if you are in areas prone to earthquakes. There may be a little bit of a rumble there during this period. I'm just going to go get one more card for you, and there we go. Also, what am I picking up? Yeah, I was going to say it's ultimately, a very positive time. Ultimately, eclipses will see you restructure your life, take a look at what you value most in life and attract more of the good stuff, okay? More of what you desire. It actually opens up a portal for a higher frequency of manifestation. So write down all that you desire and feel your energy shift during this period, during this alignment, and you're making your goals become a reality, okay? So it's actually a very positive time, but I just have to mention all the energy that I'm picking up in the reading and in the time frame that I'm tapping into at the moment. Now, your predominant focus is going to be the 6th house. So you're actually going to be focusing on your goals, your dreams, your day-to-day stuff. It may feel a little bit humdrum, like, same old thing, just a different day. You may feel like you're in a repetitive routine or cycle, but you're going to get a lot of stuff done, okay? So all those things that you've been meaning to get done will you'll actually make it become a reality. So you've got health here, diet, daily routine, service, work habits, pets, fitness, skills, organization, detail. So you're going to be in a very productive mode. Any bills that are outstanding, you're going to get those done. You may even restructure repayment plans. Some of you may change like mortgage providers. You may look at pensions, things like that. So these are things that you'll be really focused on during this solar eclipse. It may seem a little bit boring with the 6th house, but that's not true at all. It means you're getting a lot of stuff done. You can feel really proud of yourself. And we got the star energy here, so some healing going on, and I see a lot of opportunity headed in your direction as well. Now, your 9th house is activated during this time. So even though you got the 6th house card, that's just about the energy, the things that you'll be focused on during this time. Your overarching energy is the 9th house, and that's the real quest for meaning. You're going to be searching, soul searching during this period. So you may feel a little bit more emotionally sensitive than usual, and you may put yourself on a course of learning. Some of you may even just go on YouTube or a social media platform in order to learn more about something that you're really interested in. This is a time for higher learning as well. So some Some of you will deepen your belief systems. You may even pick up a course or join a group of people in order to deepen your faith or deepen a practice that you have. You may pick up a new hobby during this period as well, or even book a vacation, because the ninth house is all about adventure. It's about connecting to your bigger dreams, seeing outside your everyday realms. So you may feel a little bit of a push and pull energy. Now, this is your Protagonist energy. We've got the Tower. So the Tower is really about restructure, and it's in the perfect position, because if it was in the outcome position, that tends to mean that's happening to you, okay? Or if it's in the resistance position, it does mean you kind of like avert any disaster. But when you've got it in the Protagonist energy, it means you're doing the restructuring. It means that you are breaking down the boring everyday stuff. So you may look at tasks that you do and find a more interesting way of approaching it. Some of you may actually be changing your life in a really dramatic and drastic way during this eclipse. I would also say be mindful of signing contracts and things like that when Mercury retrogrades. It doesn't mean there's any bad omens there. What it means is there may be delays, or you may feel a little bit frustrated that things have to be returned to you. So for example, if you sign a contract and you're like, okay, I've got stuff done, and then you purchase a project, or you purchase an item or something like that, it can mean that it has to be returned because there's either a fault or it's delayed when it gets to you. It doesn't always have to be a fault or something breaking down, but it can mean that there's something that will really irk you. That word keeps coming up in the energy. I don't use that word irk, but it keeps coming up. So anyway, there's obviously someone out there who uses that word quite heavily. But we've got revelation, okay? As you can see, the word revelation there. So lots of new ideas are going to be carrying you forward, but this is basically about you either deciding to liberate yourself from a situation that you feel very stuck in, that you felt you've gone round and round in circles in. You want sudden change. So I feel like if the world has been a little bit chaotic for you right now, I feel like you are making major changes that will actually see you in a very good position, because when you go through the major arcanas, of course the Tower comes before the Star, and you've got the Star there, which means you are going to stand out in any venture that you have going on. You will actually come out on top. You are going to be successful. A wish is delivered. But you may have felt that you've been stuck in a rut, or you may have felt that your energy has been very depleted right now, and you need to take a leap of faith in some area, and you may have been holding back for a while, but now this is your sign that there's going to be sudden change. Suddenly you're going to move forward on something that you've been holding back on, especially since we've got the Four of Pentacles there and we've got the Eight of Wands, which means you're moving forward at high speed. Deep down, you may have been wondering, are you secure in this position or in this situation? The answer is yes. You have the Six of Swords there, which indicates you're being guided out of difficulty. You're protected and redirected in anything that you've been having difficulty with. I mean, you've got double six here as well, which indicates numerical synchronicity. So you're going to see lots of that going on. They're actually showing me, it's really interesting, because we've got double six here, and they're actually giving me double 12 in the water right now for you. So I would look out for double six, but I would also look out for 12-12. This may be a time that you get some really great news. Could also be, the last digits of someone's cell phone number that's going to be really important in your life. It could also be like a building number if you're going for an interview. When you get the Tower energy, this really basically means sometimes you have to let things start again, or you want to pull things down and start again. It could even be a project that you've been doing and you've decided, you know what, you're going to reduce elements of it, streamline it, make it a little bit more I don't want to say the word simple. It's almost like you're feng shuiing your life, okay, where you're just making things a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more clear, a little bit more concise is the energy that I'm getting. But lots of ideas, lots of energy as well for you during this period. You're actually going to feel, I'm going to pull a card on this actually, you're actually going to feel a lot more energized during this period, where you're going to be very, very productive. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I mean, you may shock a lot of people. Okay. I was picking up another energy, so I needed to pull a card on it. Some of you may actually have had a shock recently that has really left you shaken, okay? This Three of Swords there indicates, now this is only if you've just come to this reading and you've experienced it. I don't see it happening over the eclipse period, because it's not the outcome energy, okay? It's the protagonist energy, something you're dealing with already. So I don't want anyone worried that, oh my gosh, something major is going to happen during this period. What I see is you healing this experience that you've had. The Three of Swords, this can mean that someone has said something to you that has really hurt you, hurt your feelings. It doesn't always have to be like a major shock, because swords, they represent communication, ideas. You could suddenly find something out about someone, or you've already done that, and it's really like shaken your belief in that person or that situation, and you're really trying to come to terms with the experience. And it may make you feel a little bit more insular than usual, but you will come out the other side on top, because you got the star energy. For some of you, if you've lost your job, for example, before you've come to this reading, because there's, of course, a lot of job insecurity right now, I definitely see something else being offered to you that is more in alignment with who you are. You really stand out in it, and you get an opportunity to express yourself through this new career, and it brings more money. So some of you may be thinking, especially if you've lost your job, or even if you've left your job, you know, maybe you decided you could see the company was not going the way that you'd hoped for. You decided, you know what, I've hit a glass ceiling, I deserve more. Or you even want to just take a sudden directional change in your career. I definitely see it working out in your favor. It may be difficult, but I see once you get moving, I see actually that it's going to be very, very lucrative for you. And I see you leveling up through the ranks quite quickly in this new venture that you have there. Okay. Now, Three of Swords, some of you may have be going through a bereavement or some heartbreak. If that's you, of course, I'm sending you a huge hug. Even if you're going through the most difficult time in your life, I'm sending you a huge hug. I do see a light at the end of the tunnel for you. Now, of course, if you're going through a bereavement and it's just happened really fast and you're like really shaken with it, I'm sending you so much love and care and devotion to you. There is, I mean, no words are ever going to be able to express that, you know, it doesn't get easier. Okay. I've recently gone through a very difficult experience where there was a sudden bereavement. And so I completely understand that words are just never going to be enough. Okay, there's nothing I can say. I can send love. You can feel my energy. Know that this person is going to give you a sign. If this is you, that you've gone through a bereavement, I'm just going to try and pick up on that sign. One moment, please. Okay, they're giving me two things. I don't know what these mean, so I'm just going to give you the images that I've been given. One is a grandfather clock. Grandfather clock. It's really tall. Okay, so I mean, this could be, you know, indicative of, you know, maybe it was a grandparent that passed. I'm not really sure, but I'm just getting a grandfather clock. So this could be something that you will see and it will chime in your presence is what they're giving me. I mean, it could literally be that you go to a museum and they've got one there, or you go to someone's house and they've got one there. It will chime in your presence. That is a sign that your loved one is sending you love from their position. Also, I'm seeing apples on the ground. Loads of apples on the ground. So maybe this is a sign you will see as you're walking down the sidewalk, lots of apples just on the sidewalk or on the ground. I mean, maybe you've got an apple tree, right? Which would be such an obvious thing to say. But if you go out there and you find so many apples on the ground, this could be also a sign. Like if one or two have fallen, okay, that's fine. But if like there's a whole batch of them and you're like, wow, that's a lot, this could also be a sign, okay? I don't normally get messages like that, so I'm just going to leave that there with you all. And move on. But whatever difficult time you've been experiencing, okay, whether it is, you know, just at work, say for example, you're overloaded and you just feel like you're just going round and round in circles, and it has been challenging at this time, and you feel like you've been balancing and juggling a lot, and there's been a lot of difficulty, and maybe even there's been some unkind energy going on in the work space or work environment. It will get better, but I definitely see you looking at other opportunities. And there's one in particular coming on in that will actually see you move from your situation into a much friendlier environment, but also I see you, you know, bringing in a stable income. Okay, so I feel like some of you may be applying for offers or opportunities elsewhere, and I definitely see that you going into a more healthy environment that brings you in more money that will be long-standing. Now, also, some of you with the Three of Swords may have gone through sudden injury, if you or you've had some sort of procedure. I see that this period over the solar eclipse, the hybrid solar eclipse, is going to be a time of healing. Please give yourself the time you need to rest, okay? You will rest, and when your body is able, then you can give your all. But don't go back to work or don't go back to everyday life before you're ready, because you may have a setback, okay? That's what I'm just picking up on there, okay? Now, moving on, that was a lot of energy just for that one tower. We do have the Eight of Wands, so this means, well, because we got the two cards here, the Eight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, I'm just getting this energy of, you know, don't go too fast. You know, slow down. If you feel like you've been like living life a mile a minute, trying to get everything done, I feel like you're really close to burnout, and you may actually, you know, how can I put that? You may lower your immune system, or you may open yourself up to, you know, a nasty cold or bug, that sort of thing. Really feel these two cards are like slow down. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. Slow down. Eight of Wands also is a card of really great news headed in your direction. And this news may come in and around the eclipse period that helps you make a decision that you've been wavering on for quite some time. It does see you moving or relocating in some area of your life. So this could be you leveling up at work if you're in a working environment, or if you're retired, it could be that it's your thumbs up to move, whether you're moving into the country, into a rural area, or whether you're thinking about taking yourself abroad. There's definitely an energy here of you looking at a map. So either you are looking for direction over this period, or you're thinking about moving. Some of you may be looking at buying real estate, things like that. I definitely see that you're going to be moving. If you've been feeling stagnant, but you've been really like busy, I feel like the energy changes and you are accomplishing quite a lot, and you're starting to move in the right direction. Okay. I mean, sometimes the Eight of Wands can be like energy is moving really fast, money's being really, you know, is flowing in fast and then going out fast. There's quite a big pace, but I feel like you are trying to get organized, and either there's some sort of project that you've got on the go and you're like, I need to be ready for this date, because I'm picking up like a map and I'm picking up like a calendar as well. So I feel like you've got a certain date to be ready by. So some of you may have, for example, a purchase that you need to be ready for, or you've got an opportunity or a deadline that you need to be ready for. You will make your mark, you will hit that deadline, and you're going to be so successful, or you're going to enjoy the product that you bought. Whatever it is, it's going to be a very positive experience for you. Now, the Four of Pentacles, a lot of you are going to be thinking about your finances, thinking about building a solid financial foundation. And with the Tower, the Eight of Wands there, and the Four of Pentacles, I think I can say this on behalf of everybody, that you are probably super shocked at the elevation in prices of every single thing that we are buying at the moment or needing to buy. Everyday goods, you know, eggs. Come on, that seems to be like a running joke right now. It's like, what? So like, you know, gas, you know, electricity, you know, all of the things that we tend to have in our life, you may be just noticing that everything seems to be elevating. So I definitely see that you are trying to be very savvy with your finances. When you get a Four of Pentacles, it means that you are being very clever with your finances. You're being very cautious and you are weighing up your options. But I feel this is also a longing that you have. You know, you don't want to let life pass you by. So I do feel some of you will be looking at that energy of feeling like you're in a repetitive cycle and be dreaming or desiring to take a vacation or find a little bit more adventure in the everyday. So you may shake up your typical schedule by either taking up a new hobby or joining a new group of people to expand on ideas, or just come together and celebrate your wonderful selves, or just get into really good company, go out for drinks, whatever it is. Or you may feel like going on some sort of group holiday, you know, I think because they're showing me right now like trekking and things like that. So some of you may be going on adventure holidays or desiring to do that with other people at this time. I feel like your desire will become a reality when you choose. It's on your terms, okay? Now we do have the resistance position, so I'm just going to check in with anything that you feel has been a little bit off for you at the moment. Now this card, of course, it's the Hermit card. So you may have felt like you haven't had a moment to yourself to really think things through. You may have felt that also that there is a repetitive lesson that you're being taught about people. And that is that they are not as generous and as kind as you, because we have the Six of Pentacles here as well. I feel you're the sort of person, my beautiful Leo, you give people the time of day, you give them your advice, you give them your love, your care, your devotion. You're very generous with these people. And I feel one of the lessons that you're starting to learn is that, unfortunately, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And some people that you have come into contact with perhaps have not met themselves very deeply, or they are not very spiritually along on their journey. They're spiritually immature at this time, so they're quite selfish in their energy. And I feel like there's someone here that you may have done a favor for and they took advantage of you, or I feel like you're trying to get your head around this. I feel like you will kind of like move on from that situation, and I don't see this, how can I put that? I do see if you've loaned someone money, I see that person paying you back that money, but I see it happening way in the future. I don't see it being right now. So even if you need it, I feel like that person, is not going to pay it right now. That's what I'm picking up, okay? So nobody likes to hear that, but that's I got to tell you real what it is, okay? Now also, this is a card about reflecting on your dreams or feeling a little bit like exhausted right now and feeling that, yes, there are things that you want to accomplish, but you may have felt that your motivation has been lacking, or your energy has been lacking. When you've got the Hermit energy, it is really a message from Spirit to take some time out, okay? So it's necessary for your growth, but it's also necessary to recharge your batteries, especially if some of you are trying to relocate or move. One of the most taxing times in your life will be to move home, okay? It'll be quite chaotic. It will be quite stressful is what I'm picking up. So if you are moving home or you're moving to something different, it will be rewarding, but it may be a little bit like frustrating in the process is what I'm seeing here as well. Now, the Hermit energy also tells me that you are someone who has a lot of inner wisdom, and you'll be tapping into that over this period. The Hermit energy really is about you being very calm and reflective and not allowing any distractions. So you will find a pocket, a moment in time over the eclipse for you to really take stock of all that you desire and all that you've accomplished so far. And with the Six of Swords, I definitely see you being protected and removed from a very difficult situation or a worrying situation. So if you've been going through anything that has surprised you, upset you, or annoyed you, I definitely see that you're gaining greater wisdom from this situation. It makes you stronger. And I feel like even though you've been expected, well, how can I put that? It's like, even though you've been conditioned to expect troubles ahead because you've had a very difficult experience in life, they're showing me that actually you're coming out of difficulty, and there may have been a necessary change that you had to embrace during this time, but you're transitioning to something better. You're being guided. Whenever there is a rejection in life, whether it's a rejection in a career, whether it's a rejection on buying a property, or whether it's a rejection in love, it does tend to mean that Spirit steps in and says, no, this long term, this will be toxic for you, or this would be not good for you, or this is not the path for you. So it is actually a silver lining. You're being protected and redirected towards something greater. And the Six of Swords is the card that reflects that, okay? As you can see, there's difficult or choppy waters there. So you're being guided out of difficult times, and you are being protected during this time as well. I would also say protect your energy during this time. you know, especially when you got the Six of Pentacles there, it does tend to mean you give a lot of yourself out. So sometimes you got to retain a little bit energy for you, okay? Because you don't want to feel depleted and drained of your energy, because what is to come for you in the future is very rewarding. I feel like you're going to be making an effort on something you're really excited about. It could be a new project. Whatever this news is that's coming your way, it actually gives you a bit of a spring in your step, and you're really excited to embrace it. Six of Pentacles also means that you may have felt a little bit out of balance recently. You may have felt like your energy was, as I said, drained, or you may have felt that you've been struggling with a situation in particular. For some of you, if you've been struggling financially, I definitely see the universe sending you an opportunity to make more money, or to invest in something that will bring more money long term. Always do your due diligence. Always make sure you investigate everything that you connect to. But I see the Six of Pentacles, well, it literally means an unexpected resource from the universe. So I feel there's a very generous surprise being offered to you in the form of really good news. Now, this could be a financial surprise, but I feel it's more of a distribution of goodness towards you. It's like a boomerang. You're being given, you know, an opportunity to get some good karma coming back to you over this period, because you've been putting out such a wonderful energy to other people. Also, when you get the Six of Pentacles, it's a reminder to be very present in your life. We don't always have to see, you know, generosity in terms of finances. Generosity comes in the form of your time, your energy, and you are going to really be taking stock of who invests their energy fully in you and who you invest your energy in as well. And if there's anything negative, or you feel anybody drains your situation, I feel like you're going to just take a step back in order to rejuvenate your energy. But I definitely see something really positive, some abundance headed your way. I mean, in terms of finances, you're going from the Four of Pentacles, which is about saving and, you know, building a solid foundation. Then you're going to the Six of Pentacles, which is an increase in your finances. And then we're going to the Page of Pentacles, which means an offer coming through. Now, this could be, for example, if you are deciding to be someone who is transitioning from a working environment into retirement, you may find that actually you've got a little bit more money than you thought coming through. Or for example, if some of you are deciding to elevate in your career, suddenly there may be an opportunity to get a promotion or a raise. I see it being a little bit more. I see you staircasing, actually, financially, if you're in the working environment. And even though the working environment right now is very, it fluctuates, I do see that there are still promotions and raises available for those who are really awesome at their job. And I see you've got the star energy, which tells me that you are so talented and gifted at what you do. And I definitely see an opportunity coming your way that will elevate you in your career, if that's what you're hoping for. The star ultimately is a wish coming true for you. The stars are aligning to bring you what you desire, and this is your outcome energy. So this period, there's going to be lots of new ideas. Some of you may suddenly decide to set up your own business, become an entrepreneur, because Page of Pentacles here indicates like a new project, maybe something that you've been wanting to get off the ground for a while. Some of you, they're just showing me right now, some of you may even decide to sell stuff that you no longer have a need for, but it's still in really good condition. You may sell it online. Some of you may gift it to charity as well. So I definitely see, you know, other streams of income coming in as well here. Interesting. They're showing me a lawnmower right now. So some of you may be literally like, you know, if you're lucky enough to have a lawn, doing some lawn mowing. This came up, I'm sure this came up like in a reading a couple of weeks ago. So I feel it means more that you're like cutting back in certain areas to only focus your energy on the good stuff, to bring more growth into your life. And this could be also financially as well, cutting out things that perhaps you don't necessarily need or want anymore in order to focus on more. Because we're in Taurus season by this point, you'll be focusing on buying products that are quality rather than quantity, if that makes sense. So it's all about luxury. It's all about, making higher purchases or bigger purchases, things that make you feel good about yourself. And of course, purchases don't make us feel good about ourselves. We feel good about ourselves inside. But I feel because we're in Taurus season, this may be something that you'll be influenced by during that period. Now, also, we've got inspiration, so lots of wonderful ideas because we've got revelation, inspiration. So your mind is going to be like a supercomputer. If you've been struggling with anything, suddenly you're finding a solution to your situations and it's going to work out in your favor. Also, the star energy is about you stepping into a new phase of life, reminding you that you're connected to the universe and that all the wisdom is available to you inside. But it is a time for nourishing yourself, better eating habits, sleeping patterns, but also this is like you stepping into the spotlight, shall we say. For those of you who want to be well known within your community, or you want to be well known for what you do within your working environment, whatever it is that you want, almost like leaving a legacy, or it's all about your reputation. I feel like you are standing out from the crowd. This is about you receiving recognition for what you do, being in that spotlight, maybe an award or some sort of victorious moment for you happening. It's like a miracle. So I feel it's about you having faith in something that you desire and it happening for you, it becoming a reality for you on the physical plane. The star energy really means there is a brighter future to look forward to. And when you get the Tower, it's like things may be crumbling around us. The world seems like a very topsy-turvy place right now. And it does get better though. Okay, so, but there are some bumps along the road and we all have to take the road in order to get to the star. So I feel, yes, there are going to be some difficult moments, but ultimately things are going to work out in your favor. I see that you're putting yourself financially in a very good, secure position. So I see you being very, very savvy there. But I do feel like there's going to be lots of moments of insight happening for you over this period as well. So some of you may uncover hidden knowledge. Okay, is what they're showing me, some hidden knowledge. And they're giving me a song right now as well. I mean, it's connected to this star. I mean, it's literally a song about stars that they're giving me. Stars shining bright above you. Okay, that's all they've given me. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I did not know that. They're giving me, okay, I'll just focus on the song first. This song may play between now, seeing this reading, until just after the actual eclipse. Okay, you'll probably see it as a half eclipse, like as I said, the vantage point to see a full solar eclipse will be in Australia, and this song may play over the next couple of weeks. And this is when you're going to receive some really good news. Something you've been wishing for is going to work out in your favor. It's coming true for you. Okay, so whatever it is, everybody's desire is going to be different. But I feel the thing that you've been longing for the most is actually shifting and it's closer to being tangible in your life. Okay, so listen out for that song. But what they're showing me, and they're giving me, my guides are giving me right now, they're giving me that song for you because it's connected to the, let me get this straight. Lyrid? I hope I'm saying that right. Lyrid. They're showing me Lyrid. Lyrid or Lyrid. I'm not sure how you say that. They're saying it's a meteor shower that is occurring between the 22nd and 23rd. 22nd, I'm getting energy 22nd, 23rd. Okay. So, oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're giving me that to witness or see, well, a meteor shower is good luck. Good fortune. Okay, so during that time, they're indicating that there's something that's very fortunate that works out in your favor during that period. So I would say from the 20th, really, for you, to the 23rd. This is a very lucky period for you, okay? So watch out. Thoughts are becoming things is what they're giving me. I'm going to have to look up if there is a meteor shower during that period. Maybe it's something you'll actually see. I mean, a meteor shower is like lots of shooting stars, and that's literally a shooting star. So, yeah, this is like a climax period for you over the next couple of weeks. Now, we also have Three of Wands, which indicates the thing that you've been waiting for, you're right on track to achieve it. The Three of Wands is really about observing or waiting, paying attention to something, seeing something as it truly is, especially since you've got the Hangman there as well. Hope you can see these cards. They're beautiful gold foil tarot there, but sometimes they may catch the light and you may not be able to see them as well. So I'm just trialing them just to see, but they are gorgeous. Look at that. Anyway, so the Hangman is to wait or gain wisdom on something. So if you're thinking about making a move in some area of your life, whether it's a physical move or whether it is a financial move or whatever it is, I would definitely say just pause and take stock and really investigate the situation before you make the offer to change, okay? I don't see anything negative here, but I would say don't go too quickly because you would miss something if you went too fast, and you don't want anything to shock you along the way. The Three of Wands, if you've been asking if you're on the right path, the answer is yes. This is going to be a very creative period for you. There's going to be an expansion of opportunities. Trust yourself. You're doing a really good job and you're making great decisions as well. This indicates that you're making good choices for yourself. So listen to your heart. You're actually harmonizing and you're entering a frequency of the law of attraction. As you can see, the sea is golden. I mean, I know the whole card is golden, but the traditional card, the sea is golden, and the ships are coming in. As you can see, the ships are coming in, and I really feel your ships are coming in during this period. The latter half of April is going to be very, very positive for you. So even if you're retired, it can mean that you're thinking about moving abroad, or it can mean that you've got a project on the go and you're hoping it works out. I definitely see as well that some of you during this period, you will see people, or you will get a visit or a call from someone you haven't seen for a long time, and it's going to feel like you never left each other's company. You know, you get one of those calls from a friend, or you meet your friend, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like I saw you yesterday. It's just this wonderful, exciting, intoxicating energy where you're just wrapped up in each other's energy and like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in such a long time. It could be a family member, but it could be a friend also. I'm picking up on that, and I feel you and that person. This person will travel to see you, is what they're giving me as well. And what's that? They're just giving me an energy. I can't quite place it. One moment, please. Thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. Keys that were lost will be found. Random, I know. Keys that were lost will be found. Now, some of you may be like, Baba, I ain't lost my keys. But round about the 20th, because this reading is for the 20th of April, for that eclipse, round about that time, you may lose a set of keys. You will find them. Don't sweat it, okay? Just take a pause. I feel like you may not find them right away, but you will find them, okay? I know that's so random. That message is so random, but that's what just came through. So now with the Hangman energy, this is really a case of relax. Don't fret. Things are going to end in a very positive way. So if you are going, especially with the Tower energy there, if you're going through a very difficult time, I feel, and nobody likes to hear this, but when we go through difficult times, it is to strengthen us. Okay, it is to make us into those warriors that we are in order to be ready for whatever may come in the future. What I see, though, for your future is very positive. I actually see some wonderful things headed in your direction, but I feel like you're learning a lesson. Now, this could be a lesson that you are an overgiver. It could be a lesson that, just because you are a wonderful, caring, loving, trusting soul, that you can't, fix a situation or a person if they choose not to hear the message, or if they cannot work it out for themselves. We can be there for people as friends, but if that person is constantly coming and depleting your energy or being toxic in a situation, it's time to take a step back and not enable the situation any further, so that you can you're learning a lesson, but also they are learning a lesson. That's coming out there for somebody. I'm not sure who needs to hear that, but that's definitely coming out, because I definitely see this as a period of learning a lesson that will actually bring you a lot of clarity and a lot of healing. And I feel like you step into empowerment because of it. Okay. Now, something you're planning is showing up for you. Okay, they're showing me a plan that you have. You're engineering a plan, or you have you're patiently waiting for something. It will arrive by the end of April. Okay, the Page of Pentacles. It could be some really great news, or something you've been making an effort on, it's definitely an opportunity to receive some goodness from the universe, okay? Also, the Page of Pentacles, I'm getting an energy of study. So some of you, if you are already studying, I definitely see that you'll be in the big wide old world, using your knowledge and earning finances, and your hard work will pay off. Also, this is a card of your commitment to prosperity, and you're going to see the first tangible signs of success, undeniable evidence that all your effort in life is going to pay off, okay? Your dreams are grounded in reality, you have a plan, and I feel if some of you are starting anew, or you're changing direction, whether it's in career or whether it's where you live, or whether it's just that you're changing things within yourself and deciding, I don't want to live that way anymore. I'm not going to allow that situation to govern me, or I'm not allowing anything to upset my equilibrium. Whatever decisions you're making, I feel the universe is rewarding you for taking a stance to protect your energy, but also to stand true to your morals and stand your ground. This card also indicates if you are making some changes in your life, make sure you've got a plan, okay? Because sometimes, how can I put it? It's like we can see the bigger picture, but we can get lost in the details. So if you've got the plan, you can always revisit it just to make sure you're on course, because I get this sense of you checking in with yourself over this solar eclipse to see if you're on course. And the answer is yes, okay? Also with the Page of Pentacles, this is a very positive card. I feel something is being offered to you that will elevate you above any difficulties or obstacles that you've been going through. Now, for those of you who are looking for love, it's not that I don't see love here. I just feel like you're not focused on love at this time. I do feel some of you, if you have gone through a heartbreak, I feel like you're healing that and you're going deeply inwards for reflection to see how to purge any negativity that went along with that situation, or any sadness. I definitely see you empowering yourself. Because we got the star energy, you shine bright. People notice you. So if you are looking for love, it's important to get yourself out there. Obviously, it's easier said than done, especially if you're a very shy person. But I feel what I see here is you meeting someone in a group setting. If you're looking for love, I see there being teamwork or people coming together. Okay, and I see there could be like a creative project or something, and I feel that this person, there is a potential for a new person to enter your life. This person is a little bit younger than you. Don't let that put you off. This person, they will give you their everything. They will give you their world, okay, because you shine brightly for them. If you're already in a relationship, I feel some of you may be thinking about moving, actually. I see some of you may have had a move like in the works, but it may have been delayed for quite some time. I feel at the end of April, it starts moving in the direction you're hoping for. There is a shift, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. They're actually showing me a crown before I move on. They're showing me a crown. So a crown can mean, obviously, the crown chakra, a deep knowingness, knowing that there is some abundance needed in your life, that you deserve it because, you know, you've been patiently waiting and working really hard towards something. I definitely see an opportunity coming your way. But also a crown can mean, you know, stand in your power. Remember, you are a regal energy, Leo. You are king or queen of the jungle. So it's important. We got pendulum, and they want me to go 2 more, interestingly enough. Okay, I think that's enough because that's 3. They wanted 2 more, but 3 came out. Let's see. An award as well. Interestingly enough, we've got the watch there. So again, pocket watch, I feel it really connects to that grandfather clock message that came through as well. That could also be a message of time. Okay, it could be a message of time. But we've got a pendulum there. And interesting, pendulum is over the Tower energy. So it says fluctuating income, indecision, new strategy. So some of you may open yourself up suddenly to doing something totally new. Even if you're deciding to stay in a work environment and you're like, you know what, it's tough right now, it's difficult, but I'm suddenly going to change my approach to the way that I work. I'm going to find a new way of looking at that project, or, you know, some of you may even cut out something that you don't like doing in your working environment. And it may shock some people, but you're standing your ground and saying, you know what, this is not time efficient. So it's better if we do it this way. And as I said, it may put some people's noses out of joint, but in the long run, they will see that you are right and that actually, you know, you are revamping the way people work in the working environment, because I feel like they will take on your advice. They will do it as well. Now we've got seasonal work, job change, making choices. So definitely that energy came up there in your reading. I mean, they're also showing me that some of you may go for an actual reading with a seer, and they will use a pendulum. Listen to the message that you get from that pendulum, okay? It's on point is what they're giving me. Also, we've got watch. It's time to profit, okay? Divine timing, seize the moment, waiting period, temporary work, and if you've been laid off, then it's now time to profit in a new opportunity, okay? So I definitely get a sense of things changing for you. Now, some of you may decide to set up a second stream of income. Okay, especially with that Six of Pentacles there. You may be spreading yourself thin though, so just watch out for that. If you've got a lot of projects on the go, or you're very busy at the moment, you know, you may be struggling to find time for yourself. But I feel as you move into Taurus season, you're actually going to take it a little bit slower and have a little bit more priority for your own energy. We've also got Nugget. It says small increase. I was telling you, I see it as a small increase. There is a small increase in your finances. Valuable information. As I said earlier as well, you know, some hidden information will be discovered. It will definitely help you with your situation. Honest assessment, fresh start, steady work, career building. Now, some of you may be going through appraisals during this period as well. You definitely stand out as being an asset to any working environment. And I definitely see a promotion or some sort of offer coming in for you as well. We've already said that. We've got award. Now, an award can come in many, many different forms. It may literally be a certificate. So some of you, as I said, are leaving, you know, the college or university, and you'll come out on top with an award there, and you will actually get a really good position long term, and you'll earn a lot of finances there as well. It says winning money, payoff for effort, recognition, advancement, professional work, and fame. Now, the star energy, of course, as I said, if you want to be well known within your community, so if you're retired, for example, you may connect to community events. You will be known for who you are and your wonderful personality, your charm, and your energy. Some of you may want to be a performer, an artist, or someone in the public field, a musician, because they're really highlighting the musical notes there as well. I feel there is an opportunity for you to either audition or do something that will put you in the public eye. And I feel it'll put you in a position to be noticed. So take that opportunity and run with it. I definitely see that you'll be awarded a job or a position that really elevates you as well. And of course, if you're in a position where you're a member of the community or a member of, you know, a house of worship, for example, you may be called upon to do a piece of work, or, you know, do something to help people that gives you a lot of responsibility, and I feel like you will really relish it as well. Okay, now I'm just going to get some final energy for you. Okay, so the first one we got here, just picking up the energy, is purity. Okay, this is it connects to the birch tree there, and this is becoming. Okay, it could be birthing of a new idea. Could also be, like, as I said, you know, meeting family or seeing a friend, someone you haven't seen for a while. If you've been going through some difficulties regarding family members, or you've been worried about a family member, I definitely see that you're going to get some good news, because you're getting this in the positive. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that as well. And finally, we have, just picking up on this energy before I give it to you, strength. yeah, so this, yeah, this is the ox rune there. And this represents promotion, also health. Can also connect to the digital. Okay, so some of you may set up online businesses, things like that, or you may get a digital, an email that gives you good news. I would say make sure you look at your hard copy mail as well in the post, because I feel like there could be something coming in there that is important. Okay, now when you get this, this can also mean distant influences. So it can mean someone from overseas, or someone, as I said, someone coming to travel, will come to travel. You will see someone that will travel to see you, and it will be a very positive experience. So just give me something before I go. Some of you may hear of a birth, or someone is pregnant, okay? So that's what's coming up there as well. So I'm going to leave that there. Very positive time. It may start with a little bit of a fluctuation or a little bit of a surprise energy, but I definitely see it being really positive long term, and something you've been waiting for such a long time is going to show up for you, okay? Also, learning a lesson. We all have to do that, but I feel you will be rewarded as well there, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading. It was just a bonus reading for you, my beautiful Leo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Also, I would definitely say write down a little list. Doesn't have to be a big one. Maybe some major things that you want to happen in your life, because that hybrid solar eclipse is a very, very intense energy, which everyone's vibrations, they raise, okay? And it helps you manifest in a deeper and quicker way, okay? So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. Love and light.